Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Craig Hogan. I'm the director of the Business Writing Center. The Business Writing Center has been training business writers from around the world since 1997. We train using the internet and email as the media. When we train our business writers, they very often will come to us with issues, and one of the issues that they come to us with is, how do I reply to an email so that I'm sure I'm giving the person what it is that they asked for? That way they don't get an email back saying, where was what I wanted, or why didn't you give me what I wanted? And it also looks good for them because it looks like they're professional and on top of things. And so we put together this short video to help you to understand how you can reply to an email to give the person exactly what they want. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be replying by using the words that the requester used. So you're going to pull those words out of what they've written to you. Let the requester's words guide you. This is an example. This is a memo from Jane to Tom. Jane needs 3 things, and she expects that Tom is going to come through with them. So Tom, because he wants to reply with exactly what Jane wants, he's going to look into that email and he's going to find the key terms. So here's the first key term: ways of expanding our creative departments. So he knows that that's the first thing that she wants, and he's going to pull those out and use those words. There's another one: keeping our costs as low as possible, and the feasibility of contracting out some graphics work. Now Tom is going to pull out those words and he's going to use them in his response in this way. He's going to take that email, copy it and paste it up at the beginning of his memo. And then he's going to take that and find the key terms in it. And there are the key terms. So now what he's going to do is he's going to delete all of the words that are around the key terms so that he's only left with the key terms. The key terms then become his outline, and he's going to be able to write based on them. So there are 3 points that she wants. He's using her words. It's going to be exactly the way that she expected it. Point number 1, point number 2, and point number 3. This is his outline for the email that he's going to send to her. It does 2 really good things for him. One, it gives him the outline to make sure that he's including everything. He doesn't have to keep going back to make sure he's got everything in there. And second, it'll show her that he's really on top of things. He really is a professional and knows what he's about. And so what he does is he writes his response. In his response, when you write a reply and somebody's asked for something, you always remind them of what it is that they asked for. So you may refer to a letter that they had sent, or an email that they had sent, or a date on which they had sent it. And then you say what it is that's in this email, and you always use the exact number. So in this case, it's 2 subjects. And then he uses her key terms, and you'll see within what he's written here her key terms for those 3 issues: ways of expanding our creative department, keeping our costs as low as possible, and the feasibility of contracting out some of the graphics work. So when Jane receives this, she's going to know that this is what she had wanted. She's also going to think that Tom is really on top of things and professional, and that's what you want. This is another way of doing it. You don't have to list the questions at the end. You can go ahead and put those into a sentence at the end. But you must include a statement of what it is that she had asked for, whatever her questions were. This is another example. If you receive an email from somebody and there's a problem in the email that you're going to try to solve for them, do the same thing. Pull out the key terms. In this case, the key terms are house description screen, information, client's house, number of baths, wouldn't save 2.5 baths, and changing it to 3 baths. So what Eric is going to do is he's going to use Lisa's words, and he's going to develop the response based upon what she has sent to him. He's going to copy that, paste it up at the beginning of his email response, and then he's going to take out just the keywords. So he's got the keywords, and those are the words that he's going to use in his response to her. These are the keywords. So this is the response. And you'll see in this response to Lisa, what he's done is use her words exactly as she gave them to him, so that she knows that he's listened to her. She understands the vocabulary. Eric is not going to use technical terms that she wouldn't understand. And it looks like Eric has really listened. This is another example. If you receive an email and it contains questions that somebody wants to have answered, then you can do the same thing. Find the key terms. First one here is client timeline for the project. Whether we can add a room later is the second, and the third is what the cost would be. So what's going to happen is that Barry, in his response to Paula, is going to take out those key terms and he's going to use those as his outline. He's going to do that same procedure. He's going to copy, paste that up at the beginning of his reply, and then he's going to find the key terms in it and delete all of the other information. And he ends up with his 3 questions that Paula wants to have answered. They become the basis for his response. And so here is the email that he would send to Paula. You can see that he begins cordially. He uses the exact number 3, and then he has the 3 questions listed. And after the 3 questions listed, he's going to go ahead and take them one at a time and give his answers. And in this way, if you will pull out the user's words, the person's words, and use them in your reply, you will be sure to reply with exactly what it is that they want. And it will look like you're a professional and you're on top of things.